Shalom, Yisrael. We're going to have a few small mini-series. Women's right to choose. True or not? Is it true or is it false? Let's look at what the scripture says. We're going to start in Genesis. We're going to start in Genesis. All right, and we're going to start at, what verse are we going to start at? All right, let's just start at let's start at Genesis chapter 2, I guess, and let us start at I guess verse 7. And it says, "And Yahweh formed the man out of the dust of the ground, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. And Yahweh planted a garden in Eden, eastward in Eden. And there he put the man who he had formed." Okay? So Yah made man. Man was on the earth by himself. Am I correct about this? And he made a garden and he put man in the garden. You know the story. So Yah says it's not good for man to be alone. So he made him a helpmeet. Okay, let's drop down to, let's read this part. Let's drop down to verse 18. And it says, "And Yahweh said, it is not good that man should be alone. I will make him a help meet for him. And out of the ground Yah formed every beast of the field and every fowl of the air, and brought them unto Adam, brought them to Adam, to see what he would call them. And whatever Adam called them, that was the creature's name." Okay, so let's go down a little further. "And Adam gave names to all cattle, and to the fowl of the air, and to every beast of the field. But for Adam there was not found a help meet for him." All right, verse 21. "And Yah created, and wait a minute, and Yah caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept. And he took one of his ribs and closed up the flesh instead thereof. And the rib which Yahweh Elohim had taken from man made he a woman, and brought her unto man. And Adam said, this is now bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man. Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they two shall be one flesh." That's interesting. The two shall be one flesh. So the woman, let me think about this. The woman was taken from man now, right? She was taken from the rib of man and was built for the purpose of man's mate, right? And the two will be in one flesh. Okay. So if they're one flesh, then does the woman truly have a right to choose? Does not the man have something to say about that? According to what the word of Yah is saying here, he has a lot to say about it. A lot to say about it. First of all, man was the one that named everything. He even named the woman. Okay, the scripture tells them they were both naked. All right? They were both naked. So, that as the scripture, as a something to this thing, because if the man has the right to be the one that is the head, and not the shoulder partner, but the head, the one that is in authority, then how can a woman in the eyesight of the Creator make a choice that the man is not in agreement with? That makes a big controversy there. Regardless to what the law of the land says, this is totally against what the Creator said. All right? This is totally against what the Creator said. So, from my understanding of the scripture and from what I'm reading, it clearly states that the two are one flesh. One flesh. They are one. In other words, there is no decision that the woman can make in the eyesight of Yah without her husband. They both have to make a decision. All right? Okay. Now, you know how this goes. You know how this goes. Let's go back a little further. Okay. Let's go back to verse 1. And Yah said, let us make, verse 1, not verse 1, sorry. Chapter 1, verse 26. And Yah said, let us make man in our image after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, the fowl of the air, and over every creeping thing, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, rather, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the face of the earth. I'm losing my spot. So Yah created man in his image and in his likeness. In the image of Yah created he him, the male. Male and female created he them. And Yah blessed them, and listen to what he says. And Yah said unto them, be fruitful and multiply. All right, now, be fruitful and multiply. Okay, be fruitful and multiply. Let's say that again. Be fruitful and multiply. Does that tell you that? Is there anything that says there, be choiceful and choose how many, or choose when, or if you will, or if you don't? Does it give any kind of inclination that under certain circumstances that you don't have to? It doesn't sound like that to me. Yah said unto them, be fruitful. That doesn't sound like a choice. That sounds like a command. Be fruitful and multiply. All right? Replenish the earth and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over everything that moveth upon the earth. Now he gave them dominion, but he said unto them, be fruitful and multiply. It doesn't say to choose when you decide that you don't want to have anymore. And I'm talking to women today. And I'm talking to you men too, because women get these tubular ligations, and they take this birth control and all of this stuff that they're using to say that they have the right to do these things, and when they're going to have and when they're not going to have. That's not what the word of Yah says. So what does that mean? That means that the government is teaching you to go contrary against the laws of the Creator, which means that putting your souls in jeopardy before Yah. Because this is not a request, it is a command. And don't you think that in the judgment, he's going to hold you accountable for that? Hmm. Is it worth your souls? Wow. This is a mini series. We're going to stop right here. This is a mini series. I'm thinking, people, forgive me for the airspace, but this topic is going to get pretty deep. I think it's going to get really deep because the name of this channel is In Light of Truth, and the truth, Yahshua said, and you shall know the truth, and the truth will make you free. Did you ever stop to think a lot of the problems that men and women are having in their homes is because women are making choices that they should not make? It's against the commandments of Yah. And listen, I'm also talking about men too, because you brothers out there feel as though you want to have sex and you want to have pleasure, but you don't want to make babies. You don't want to procreate. You want to turn around and get a vasectomy. Whoa. Look at how evil our mindsets have become. Think about it, people. Think about this seriously. This is not a light topic. I want to say unto you, shalom.